Happy birthday to you. I sound like shit this morning, but it's all for you. Happy birthday, dear Jacqueline Noel Parton. Happy birthday to you. She's 21 again.
I've stopped counting how many times I've repeated that birthday, but here nor there.
Here nor there. Oh, God. Well, yes. I didn't just sing that horrible rendition of Happy Birthday for anything, for no reason. Today is Jacqueline's birthday, and we're going to talk about some L's today. So happy birthday to you.
So this will be a short and sweet episode because we got 2 L's to cover, and it's my birthday. And thanks, Tess. Y'all know we don't like to dwell on the L's, but
Nope.
We'll have a much more fun episode for y'all tomorrow morning. It is also an L, but we'll talk about our Oregon trip, which will
But it was a fun L. Like it was a respectable L.
Yeah. It wasn't an unexpected L, and it was a fun trip. So
exactly. So it'll be a lot easier to talk about that one. But yeah, today these are just literally rip Band-Aids off and just check a box. I really wanted to get these done before we left for I almost said Canada, before we left for Oregon, but we're just so busy and it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen. So we're going to double up, one today, one tomorrow, and then we'll be caught up before the game tomorrow night. So yeah. You ready?
First home game, only home game of December, first and only.
That is true. I feel like my neighbors are cutting down a tree. I feel like it's so loud. Can you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. Because it's so loud. It woke me up this morning and I was like, really? Really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry. Can't hear
it's okay. It's okay. I mean, what are you going to do? But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and just rip this Band-Aid off and get it done and then move on.
Let's go. So this episode will be covering the weekend before last. We had a little 2-game stretch on the road. First on Thursday, December 5th against UTRGV, and then on Saturday, December 7th against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So jump into those. Game 1, Thursday, December 5th, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley Fieldhouse in Edinburgh, Texas. Our background with them going into the game, we had 7 wins and 2 losses. Largest margin of victory was by 30 points in March of 2022. And the smallest was 85-78 in January of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume you want to cover the SLC standings tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, there's no point in doing it today because you're just going to hear the same thing twice. So, yeah.
So starters for this game was our usual lineup y'all been seeing for a while: Matt, Jelani, Nana, Miles, and CC. It was the first game that Keon got to play in, so that was exciting. And
he had 27 minutes.
We'll get to that. We did lose only by 3, 68-65. Their attendance was 878, and now we'll go into Sean Kennedy's stats section, which has not been our favorite part lately. But
no, not at all. But we're gonna power through.
But here we go. Field goal percentage was 41.38. Our 3-point percentage was 0. We were 0 of 11 from the 3-point line.
Okay.
Free throw percentage still not great, but better than it has been some games lately. 65.38. I will say we were happy with the points in the paint. 44. That was in large part due to Keon.
Yeah.
Points off turnovers, we had 12 second chance points, 10 fast break points, 8. We did have 30 bench points, which again, 20 of those were Keon. 10 Total rebounds, we had 39, 14 offensive, and 25 defensive. We had 22 fouls. We did have less turnovers than them. We had 14. They had 17. We had 9 steals and 1 block. So our game leaders, we had Keon first SFA game. He had 20 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. And then we had Matt had a good game too, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 assists.
Mm-hmm.
So my POG was Keon for sure.
Oh no, 100%. I agree. Keon, player of the game. He came off the bench and just absolutely he kept us in the game. Kept us in the game. He scored 20 points?
Mm-hmm.
27 minutes. He's kind of, what we were missing in terms of that person on the court who arranges everything, sees the passes, sees the plays unfolding. That's his job as point guard. And that was like one of the main pieces we were missing. I think just, UTRGV has, I'll get there. Anyway, yeah, but Keon did great. I'm so glad that he's back, that he's healthy, and that he's back on the team ready to go.
Me too. And I do want to say most of the vast majority of his points were just him creating his own shot. Like
they were just taking it, driving it into the basket and going for it.
Love to see. I mean, we need that since I've been having my gripes about offense. So until we can put something together to create an offense, we got to have a player who will just go down there and make their own shot.
And just do it. Absolutely. 100%. And he's that type of guy. We have a couple of those types of guys on our team. So just adding another piece to that is pretty important. Now all we need to do is just gel and mesh better on offense. We already have the defense. We just need to get the offense rolling.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So moving right into the positives, into our feats of strength. You want to start us off?
Yeah. I'm not being a negative Nancy. I'm not trying to, but there just aren't many. But I've kind of covered most of the ones I have thus far, but I'll recap them. We did have a good points in the paint. I was happy with. Again, most of that was Keon. We had less turnovers than them, so I am happy with that.
Yep.
We had a good amount of rebounds. I got to check and see if we out rebounded them. Yeah, we did by 6. So I'm happy with that. 9 steals is pretty decent. Not shabby.
We only had 5, so that's pretty good.
So that's pretty much. And though we did lose, it was close. Conference games on the road are always tough. I feel like UTRGV is a lot tougher this season than they have been in the past.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of alluding to earlier.
So I'm not too upset about it, and I think it was an easily winnable game for us. We just didn't complete it.
If you think about it, if we would have just made at least 2 of our attempted 3-pointers, we would have won the game. And we attempted 11, so yeah. So I completely agree with all the ones that you just mentioned. Trying to find some positives in the dog shit. Obviously, Keon being back is one big one for me. Dom had 6 points, which normally he's pretty quiet on offense, but he was 100% on his free throws, which is great. Free throws for this game were a lot better than what they have been in the past. I know 65 isn't where I would love it to be. I would love it to be like in the 70s, but I'll take it compared to what it had been. Yeah, exactly. So that's a big plus for me. And then, of course, Matt Heyman, 14 points. He was almost 100% with his free throws. He had 6 rebounds. He's still out there freaking grinding every single game. He plays the most minutes usually out of everybody. Him and CC. CC played for 30 minutes total. He didn't have a lot of points on the board, but where CC makes up for that is in just his defense in terms of, just getting out there and getting after it, creating plays, creating opportunities for other people.
And grabbing rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he had the third most rebounds. He had 5. Matt had 6. Of course, Nana had 7. So just I love to see it, honestly, out of them. Like these boys work so hard. Like you can just tell that they want it so badly. That if they just, a few things start clicking, a few things start, in terms of offense, we could run the table, the rest of the way out of this season. So it's just got to get those pieces back together. So let's see here. Wait a minute now.
Oh, thanks, Kyle. We miss you, buddy.
You do miss Kyle a lot. Any more positives on that one?
I think that's it.
Okay. Wait a minute now. This is on me. I should have had it pulled up.
Okay.
You can fill the space while I pull it up with your birthday plans, I guess.
Let's see. So I'm going to clean my house so that I don't feel like a filthy hermit in here, crazy cat lady. May put up my Christmas tree. I don't know. This month has been so busy already, and I didn't get it put up before we went to Oregon, and then I didn't want to put it up right before I was gone because my cats will just McGonagall. See, now one of them's on the kitchen counter. They know not to do that. McGonagall, get down. Get down. That's because I have actual dishes on the counter, which I never do in my house. I've been tired. But anyway, now it's like, why put it up for a week? So we shall see. And then, so yeah, I'm basically just going to clean and chill and do a little bit of work. And then my parents are actually, this is like the most stereotypical old white person thing that they do. They are in Branson.
Stop. No, they're not.
They've started to love Branson. They've gone a couple of times now. I can't remember how many, like 3 or 4 maybe. But I will say they like to redeem themselves of the stereotypical old white people going to Branson. They like to go to shows, which I know that's what most people go for. But they usually go to like Motown shows and stuff. They don't go to like the country stuff.
Yeah.
So tonight they're going to a Motown show, but anyway, they had planned it because this is when my mom could take vacation. And then she was like, oh, we feel so bad. We're going to be gone on your birthday. And I'm like, Mom, it's fine. Like, I'm going to see y'all next week for Christmas. Not a big deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whatever. So they did give me birthday money before we went to Oregon, which was appreciated. So I could have some spending money there. And then last week when we had our book club, the night before we left for Oregon, she tried to be sneaky, but I caught her. She pulled my friend Heather to the side and gave her money so that she could order me and Heather enjoy dinner tonight for my birthday.
No.
Yeah. So they'll come over. We'll order dinner, just chill.
That's nice.
Be a fun birthday.
Well,
and
good.
I already FaceTimed with them this morning. So.
Aw. Well, I hope they're having fun, and that sounds like a very relaxing birthday tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back tomorrow for game day.
That's right. Maybe we'll do a little pre-drink at the brewery.
So I actually have to run by Hotel Fredonia before the game because my old work mom, Stacy from the bank, tomorrow's her birthday and she's doing a birthday thing. So maybe we can grab a drink there.
Okay. Whichever. Love to see it. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about
it. Well. Where do you begin?
The 0% on 3-pointers for me. And the fact that we had 11, like if it was 0 of 5 or less, like I wouldn't be as mad about it. But 0 of 11 is like,
Yeah.
The three is not going to fall for you this game, and some games it just doesn't. And I'm not going to be mad if it doesn't fall, because as a 3-point shooter, like I know sometimes that's just the way it is. But you don't keep taking them 11 times. 11.
You would think after 11, you would think after that many attempts, like one of them would hit. One.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more frustrating, the three just not hitting or the abysmal free throws that we've been doing. I don't know which one's worse, to be honest.
I don't know either, because here's the thing. I would say I'm more mad about the free throws, because that should just be an easy thing to get.
Yeah.
But then on the 3-pointers, it's like, if you get a free throw, you get a free throw. You can't not take it. But like the 3-pointers, you can stop at any time if they're not going.
Yeah.
At any time, you can be like, this is not it for today. Let's try.
Yeah, let's just transition and work, drive the basket. Let's just work on our inside in the paint game, which is normally where we do well and excel at, because we just never really in the past few seasons haven't had like a dedicated 3-shooter. Like I know we had Latrell, but that was just one guy. There's multiple guys on this team currently that can hit the 3. It's just not happening right now, and I don't know why.
And I feel like as you were saying that, I thought of it. It's almost kind of like a catch-22, I think, because generally we would be like, well, if the 3 isn't hitting, just take it in the lane, because then at the very least you'll get fouled and you get free throws, but we can't hit the dang free throws either. So it's like.
Correct.
So maybe that's why we continue trying the 3. I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just.
I wish I could figure it out, but.
All I want for Christmas is for our offense to figure it out.
All I want for Christmas is an offense. Run something.
Do something. Like, I feel like I'm a little kid by like some sort of like animal, like poking it with a stick, like do something.
Like just run flex or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Do something. All right. Yeah, anyway. Let's see. The other thing I was going to mention, let's see, we had, we did better there. So that wasn't a big thing for me. Obviously the other big issue for me is the fact that we lost this freaking game. It was such a close game, and we've done well against UTRGV in the past, like few seasons. And I was really expecting to go into this game, and not necessarily for it to be a cakewalk, because like I said, I know that they've been improving and they're actually a really, really good team this year. Obviously their scores, their standings may not reflect it just because of their non-conference schedule. But if you look at the teams that they've played, it's the same thing with Corpus Christi. If you look at some of the teams they played, I mean, they played some really, really good teams and maybe only lost by a few points. Yeah. So, I mean, I knew this was going to be more of a challenging game than what it has been in previous seasons. But still, I was like, we have the talent to come in there and win the game. And, I mean, again, it was a close game, 3 points. But if we would have just sunk a couple more of our damn threes, or made a couple more free throws.
1-3 would have got us tied, and 1 free throw, the win.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's just the most frustrating part, is the fact that, like, it's not so much that we're getting blown out by these teams. It's the fact that it's like so close, and that you can look at the stats and see what the issue is. It's right there, like glaring, just big boom, bold signs. Flashing lights.
Big goose egg.
Yeah. Oh. And that's the thing. Like, we have such a talented team. Like, this lineup is talented. There's guys on here that can shoot threes. There's guys on here that can drive to the basket and make plays on their own. And it's just like, where are you? Where are you? Anyway.
No. And this is the frustrating point of the season, where just to lighten it up a little bit, I feel like every year at this point is when every team's having their struggling and their growing pains, and like we've said on every podcast, we have a really talented group of guys this year who we know can do great things. Some of them we've seen do great things. Some of them we know it's there. They're just new. We haven't seen it yet to its fullest potential, but it is there. So, you know, to run the risk of my dad always says, he always picks on Joe Max because he says every year he says, oh, it's the most talented team we've ever had. So at the risk of sounding like Joe Max, we really have a great group of guys this year, and they're going to do great things. We're just not there yet.
For sure. No, and that's so true. I'm glad you said that because they really are. They have such great potential. It just hasn't really gotten to its full potential yet. I think the other thing I'll say, and then I'll shut up, is another thing that was kind of glaring was our points off turnovers. So UTRGV had 22 and we only had 12. I mean, they had basically almost double the points off turnover. So they just took more they took advantage of the opportunities that were given to them with those turnovers, and we didn't as much. And so I think that's another thing too that we need to work on is finishing the ball, finishing the basket, finishing the play, and also, you know, when we get a turnover, take it, like use it, get the points, you know, don't just squander that opportunity for free points, basically. I mean, we can create so many turnovers. We can create 25 turnovers, but how many of those points are going to come from those?
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing too. We just need to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to us and just finish the play. There were so many times over the past 2 weeks where I'm just like, literally, they're driving to the basket, the ball is there, and it just doesn't go in the hoop, and it's like, what?
I know, and I said I was going to start counting myself a section for shot clock, and I did not do that for these last 3 games, but I promise I'll start doing it because that's another grievance of mine that we have every game.
At least 2 to 3.
And that's the biggest waste of a possession and the worst kind of turnover to have. I mean, you wasted 30 seconds and didn't get anything.
Right.
Didn't even make an attempt at a shot. So that's not good.
Right. No, I know. Okay. Anything else to talk about UTRGV?
Nope.
All right. So I guess to summarize that game, I'll just say close. We're very close.
Short. We were just short.
There you go. Done. Okay.
All right. Saturday's game.
The 7th.
December 7th. Sorry, I didn't redo part of this. Anyways, that's fine. All right. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, American Bank Center. Background here, we going into this game had 21 wins and 6 losses. Oh, sorry, that's right. Okay, sorry. I didn't fix part of my notes, but that is correct. Okay. Largest margin of victory against A&M Corpus Christi was 79-46 in January 2017. That's close.
That's exactly what I was going to say was close but no cigar, but that's more than one word, so yeah.
Smallest margin of victory was by 3 points, also in January 2017. Apparently, in January 2017, we played Texas A&M Corpus Christi twice within like a week.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why or how we got that scheduled. But anywho, all right. Starters, one new addition. Miles was subbed in by Keon in the starting lineup. So Keon's first game start. We had Matt, Jelani, Nana, Keon, Cece. We did lose considerably, 67-48. The attendance was 1,138. Sean Kennedy's stat section. Field goal percentage was 33.9. 3-point percentage was 15. So we weren't 0. Free throw percentage, 33.33. Points in the paint, 32. Points off turnovers, 8. Second chance points, 12. Fast break points, 2. Bench points, 25. Total rebounds, we did have 40, 19 offensive boards, 21 defensive boards, which was 6 rebounds more than them with 34. We had 17 fouls and also 17 turnovers. They had 11 turnovers. We had 5 steals and 7 blocks. Our game leaders, we had Nana with a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 assist. And we had Clayton with something in every category. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist, 1 block.
Player of the game for sure for me is Nana.
Yeah, so of course, definitely Nana, player of the game, that double-double. But big shout out to Clayton, double-digit points.
Big shout out.
In every category line.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see more of that from Clayton because he has it in him. Like we've seen it. Oh,
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that. Obviously, that thought. I just gotta remember it in a minute.
We out rebounded. So there's
yeah. Let's talk about the positives. So yes, out rebounded.
We out rebounded. We had a decent number of points in the paint.
We did 32. Fantastic. We had 25 bench points. Love to see that.
Most of our points were in the paint. Only 16 points were not in the paint.
Yep. Let's see here. A lot of our guys played a good substantial amount of minutes. I mean, even if they didn't start, Clayton played for 6. I mean, they spread out the minutes pretty good for the most part. Let's see here. Ethan got in the game for 6 minutes, which is probably his most of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see here. What other positives can I draw? We had a better free throw percentage. I mean, still took.
No, we didn't. Not free throw.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I meant 3-pointer from the previous game. We at least made 3, but we still attempted 20, so still not great. But at least it was not a 0.
20 attempts and only making 3 is just
not great, but I'll take 15 over 0, I guess. I don't know which one's worse, but I'll take it. Let's see what else. Not that.
We're really digging on this one.
We're digging. I don't know if we didn't have any technical fouls.
Good sportsmanship. Yay.
Let's see here. I feel like such an ass.
I mean, some games
if it's not there, it's not there. You know what I mean? Like
some games just aren't good. And I don't know what happened this day, but it wasn't a good day for our guys.
Yeah, no. Okay, so let's just move on to the grievances because honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm not because I gotta get this out, man. Hold on. I had it pulled up and then it died. Hold on. Where are you? Nope. Where are you? There we go.
Newcomers. The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it. You.
Oh, okay.
My first one is that free throw percentage. 33% on free throws.
Yeah, that's not great. Not great. This is the first game I'm just going to be honest. This is the first game that I watched that I had a moment where I was like, oh no. Oh no. Are we in trouble? Like, is this how the season's going to go? We have such high expectations, which I know it's probably shouldn't, but like we have such high, expectations for this team based off of the recruiting and the guys that we had. And then I'm sitting here thinking, okay, we got Keon back. Like, sweet. Like, we have like a lineup. We have the talent. And then we score 48 points. That's it.
Scotty putting his butt towards the camera was what he thought about that.
48 points, man. I don't think I've ever. I'm just flabbergasted. Like, this game left me flabbergasted.
Yeah, no, for sure. The 33% from the field, and from the free throw line, not gonna cut it for me. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but it was just no one's day. It was nothing was going in. I mean, Rob even said, and I chuckled because he always makes me chuckle. He said, we just couldn't throw in the ocean today. And we're close to the ocean.
We couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, man. And another thing, I mentioned points off turnovers in the last game. They had 23 points off turnovers. We had 8.
Yeah.
8. Like, what are we doing here? Usually 32 points in the paint, we're winning that game. We had 2 players in double digits. 2.
I know. And a double-double.
2 players. 13 points and 10 points. The rest were all just very low single-digit score, like point. That's it. That's it. And I know this is nothing that they haven't heard or seen. Like, I know they've all looked at the stats. They've looked at the film. Like, this is nothing new. But I just want to, like, shake it. Like, what are we doing? This game left me questioning my sanity.
Yeah.
This might have been the first game that I turned off in frustration halfway through the second half and said, I'm out. I don't normally do that because I'm ride or die, but like, this game frustrated the shit out of me. I could not believe that we were struggling this bad versus A&M Corpus Christi. And again, like, just like with UTRGV, like, they've reloaded. They have a decent team. But again, nothing that we can't handle.
No. We're a lot better than that team. We're not a lot better than that team on that day. And I'll say that as my most important point because that's what basketball is about. It's who is better on that day.
Yeah. Yep.
So that day we were not better. But I'm going to hold on to the hope knowing that we are better. That was just not
I know we are.
Yeah, that was not a good day.
I know we are. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, the game that we just watched in Oregon, and I know obviously we're not talking about that game yet. That'll be tomorrow morning. But like, that team played so much better, even though I know that they probably didn't think they did. But like, they played pretty damn good versus a top 25, top 12 team.
I mean, Oregon, we should not get beat the same number of points by Oregon that we do by A&M Corpus Christi.
Exactly.
Or not.
So that's what I'm just saying. That's why this game frustrated the shit out of me. Like, honestly, I'm fine with the Oregon game. Like, I'm not super mad about it at all. And then, but then thinking back, I'm like, but damn, like, what the UTRGV and that Corpus Christi game? Where the hell? What the? Anyway, it's just frustrating. I know they're frustrated beyond belief. Obviously they want to win. Who doesn't? I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to figure it out. They need to figure out the offense. They need to figure out what their plan is, what their game plan is. Actually have a plan. Actually freaking do it. Execute the offensive plan. It's just not there right now. And I don't know. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, which is why I'm excited for tomorrow because I think it'll be great for us and for the guys, most especially, and more importantly, to have a
I think so.
home game kind of regroup,
reset.
Hopefully they've gotten to rest up this week a little bit. I doubt it, but maybe at least a little.
A little.
A nice, less stressful game to get back on the horse, you know?
I hope so. I really do, because again, like, I know a lot of the fans are frustrated. Believe me, join the freaking club, man. But we gotta stop posting on social media every time we have a bad game like this and like calling for blood. Like that's not doing anything.
Take a seat in the cheap seats. We don't need it from the peanut gallery.
Like, that's not what this team needs right now. They need support. They need they need to know that the fans are not, like, again, throwing tomatoes and like booing them from the cheap seats. Like I'm sorry. That's not what teams need in their times of struggle and their times of doubt and pain. Like, they need to know that the fans aren't turning against them, for God's sakes.
Right. Show up.
Because of what small amount of fans we freaking have that come to the games.
Right. Show up, wear purple, be loud, support. And if you see one of these guys, give them a hug. They need it.
They just need someone to be like, man, we know you're struggling, but we know you'll figure it out. Like, you're a good team. You got good players. You got ballers on this team. Y'all just will figure it out. That's what they need to hear. Not fire this person. Why is this person starting over this person? Like, the armchair coaches just need to calm the fuck down. Like, excuse my F-bomb, but it's really ticking me off. Because it's not doing anything. Like, you're not helping. If anything, you're hurting, because these guys are probably reading these comments like, what the fuck? It's just like when people comment on, like, professional athletes, like, social medias and posts, and, like, calling for blood, or, like, DMing them and saying, like, man, I hope you suck. I hope you never start. Like that shit again. Like, what are you doing?
Well, they're probably doing it from their mom's basement.
Well, of course they are, but it's just like, you try to get out there and play against professional athletes. Good fucking luck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's D1 basketball. I mean, anyway.
Agreed.
That just really burns my biscuits. Like, if you got nothing, it's just that old adage. Like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Just keep scrolling.
Yep.
Just keep scrolling, man. It's just not fun for them to read. And, you know, I guarantee you what you're saying and what we say, they've heard it all before and probably worse. So there's no reason to continue just like beating it over with the dead, you know, beating a horse with a stick, man. Dead horse. There's no point. Okay. So any more grievances?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious what our grievances are. Just freaking play the game. Get out there and ball. Like, at this point, like, if we're not doing any sort of offense, just get out there and ball.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, okay. So one word to describe this entire game. Honestly, I said it earlier. Mine's flabbergasted.
Mine is what? W-U-T.
What?
Like that, one of my favorite little memes, that little whatever, you know? It's like,
oh.
No, that's the Y though. But anyways, still applies.
Still applies. It's the same face.
Same sentiment.
Yeah. We're gonna figure it out. I think the game versus Oregon, we saw more potential in that game than what we did in these two games. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And so we saw some sparks of goodness. Like, okay, now we're clicking a little bit. Here it is. Okay. And again, we're playing against an Oregon team, which actually didn't look that great. Anyway,
humongous dude.
Minus him, but yeah. Anyway, so I think tomorrow night we will see a whole different team. I hope, I pray.
It'll be a brand new day. Home game.
Will be. Yeah, exactly. But we just had to get these two out of the way. These were ugly. These were gross.
Yeah.
We're just going to forget that these happened. Going to put them off to the side and just keep calm and carry on, honestly, because that's all we can do. That's it. Okay, so as Jacqueline said earlier, and I mentioned previously a couple seconds ago, we do have a game tomorrow night in the Sawmill at 6:30. We are playing Texas Wesleyan. Please, please, please come out and support the Jacks. I mean, first of all, what else are you doing on a Friday at 6:30? Other than
only home game this month. It's your only chance in December to catch them at home.
Exactly. So if you're here in town, visiting family for the holidays, come on out. Tickets are cheap. Come on out and experience game day with the Lumberjacks. Cheer them on to victory. Have a good time. It's only it's a basketball game. It's only you'll probably be there till 8:30 and then you're done. Like it's really not. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you're there for 4 or 5 hours. So come on out, wear some purple, drink some Purple Lights, and support your Lumberjacks. You see it scrolling beneath the screen right now. My Plates. You still have time to get your My Plate orders in for the 2024 year. Buy My Plates for your ride, an easy, fun way to support SF Athletics. It's a Stephen F. Awesome gift for that Lumberjack in your life. I highly recommend it. It's a really cool and very unique gift idea for someone or for yourself. If that Lumberjack in your life has literally everything, then you're like, what do I get them? Get them a My Plate. Get them a vanity plate. Get the 1 year. You can pay it off in installments. You don't necessarily have to pay it all at one time. And surprise them with a really cool gift this Christmas. You won't have the plate in time for Christmas, but you can at least wrap up the little piece of paper that says, congrats, you have these plates coming in. But yeah, so I highly recommend that. We love our plates. We can't hide in town, but still we love our plates. Any opportunity we get to park next to each other, we do. And of course, as always, support the Sawmill NIL Collective. This is a great way to support the specific teams that you love to cheer for, whether if it's men's basketball, women's basketball, bowling, football, etc. But obviously right now we're in basketball season, so that's what we're pushing. And that's obviously what this podcast is about. So details can be found on sawmillcollective.com. You can give as little as $10 a month all the way up to $100 a month or more. Every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. If you live far away and you can't come to the games as often or ever, but you still want to support the team because you love basketball, this is a great way to do that. So this money and this opportunity, this NIL stuff is not going away. This is something that's going to continue to impact sports all across the board. So if you want to help, recruit quality, amazing athletes and also retain quality and amazing athletes, this is how we do that. So we have to compete, and in order to compete, okay. And that's just where we're at right now in life. So we might as well just play the game. Otherwise, we'll get left behind. So we don't want that. Anyway, so yeah, go to sawmillcollective.com and support the Sawmill NIL Collective. Okay. And last but not least, and then we'll get out of your hair, is Jacqueline, show off your little jacket, your little sweatshirt.
Oh, so glad you asked.
Yes. And tell everybody where you got it.
Yeah, I never know which way to get in the camera. This
There
is
you go.
on our store. Fabulous hoodie, pocket, these, whatever I'm trying to say, like different color accent drawstrings. It's very, very soft on the inside. Look at that. You can see how soft it is. It's a delightful hoodie. Glad you plugged that. And I do want to give one random shout out to one of our former players, as we always say, always a lumberjack, and we still love our guys. Our boy Day, it's a Daydream Hall this weekend for San Jose State, 33-point game. Yay, Day.
Wild.
Yeah, so I texted him, told him how proud we were of him for that game. So that was exciting. And he texted me happy birthday this morning already. So
oh, Day, we love you, buddy.
We love our guys. Even after they, move on to the next stop. So yay, Day for 33 points.
That's amazing. And we've seen many nights like that from him in a purple uniform. So he's so talented, and I'm glad that he's thriving at San Jose. So good for him. Good for him. But yeah, so obviously shout out to Day Day. And then, yeah, go check out our store. You can find it anywhere on our social media, on any of our bio links. Go shop our store, get some Christmas gifts for people. Again, I don't know if they'll be here in time for Christmas, but you can at least, again, give them to somebody, give a little receipt.
Yeah, you could just print off the picture and say it's coming.
It's on its way. Yeah. There's just NAC designs, specific NAC designs. There's SFA basketball designs. There's designs for, I had my shirt on last night, but it's like if you like to drink cider or beer, I made for the brewery. I'm going to have like a little like brewery underground, Nacogdoches underground t-shirt section on our page. So
cool.
Yeah, so there'll be like NAC and brewery type designs too, because I think it's kind of funny. But anyway, so yeah, go shop our store.
It's great quality stuff. I'm telling y'all,
it really is.
Like, I wouldn't just say that. And we each had several t-shirts, but this was the first hoodie I think that either of us got on this store, and it's nice.
Yeah, so I have a pullover sweatshirt, not a hoodie, but it's just like a crew neck sweatshirt, and it is very soft and very comfortable.
I'm very picky about the hoodies because I have a ton of them. So like it needs to be soft and like the brushed cotton on the inside, or else it's going to be pushed to the bottom of the hoodie drawer and I'm not going to wear it. I've been wearing this one all week.
I was going to say, I think the last time I saw you, you had it on, and now you have it on again.
I wore this on the way back from Oregon, and I've been wearing it around the house all week.
Yeah. So that's why, it's comfy.
So comfy. And look at the accent, the different color accent drawstrings. I just think it makes it look really nice.
I agree. I do like it. Anyway, yes. So thank you all again for listening to our morning edition of Pardon Me, Alex, talking about those two SLC games. Obviously, we'll continue Southland Conference in the new year. So I believe the next Southland Conference home game, or not home game, but the next game, I think, is December 31st. Is it? I know we have one December 31st. I don't know if there's one before that, though.
But that one's not a Southland because it's ACU.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So, yeah, we won't do any more Southland until the new year then. Okay. Yeah. AC. Yeah, that's true. Okie dokie. I know I had a flashback to being in the WAC. Okay. It's sometimes I'm confused who's in the WAC and who's in the SLC and where we're at and what we're going.
Still trying to switch over.
I know. Still trying to get out of one and into the other. Okay. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Stay warm. Some of Texas is going to be cold. Some of it's not, but we're in 53 degrees right now in NAC, so that feels good. I like it. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, around 10:30-ish for our Oregon trip discussion and game discussion. So tune in for that. Do not miss out because we have a lot of fun things to talk about with that one. And yes, we do. Have a great day. And of course, happy birthday, Jax.
Thanks.
All right. As always, Axe 'em Jax.
With Alex and Jax.